Unless you don't like it, you just watch. And I don't mind if you want to just watch without liking, but just to help me out, please like as well. So I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna remove my image for now, and I'm gonna put it back up because, as I said, I don't know. I don't want no problem for copyright. Let's go.
And Lord Watson. In a monumental victory today, News UK have admitted that The Sun, the flagship title for Rupert Murdoch's UK media empire, has indeed engaged in illegal practices. This represents a vindication for the hundreds of other claimants who were strong-armed into settling without being able to get to the truth of what was done to them. After endless resistance, denials, and legal battles by newsgroup newspapers, including spending more than £1 billion in payouts and in legal costs, as well as paying off those in the know in order to prevent the full picture from coming out, News UK is finally held to account for its illegal actions and its blatant disregard for the law. It has also specifically admitted wrongdoing against Tom Watson and admitted unlawful acts by The Sun, as well as by the News of the World against Prince Harry. The truth that has now been exposed is that newsgroup newspapers unlawfully engaged more than 100 private investigators over at least 16 years on more than 35,000 occasions. This happened as much at The Sun as it did at the News of the World, with the knowledge of all the editors and executives going to the very top of the company. What's even worse is that in the wake of the 2006 arrest of a royal correspondent, there was an extensive conspiracy to cover up what had really been going on and who knew about it. Senior executives deliberately obstructed justice by deleting over 30 million emails, destroying backup tapes, and making false denials, all in the face of an ongoing police investigation. They then repeatedly lied under oath to cover their tracks, both in court and at the Leveson public inquiry. At her trial in 2014, Rebecca Brooks said, "When I was editor of The Sun, we ran a clean ship." Now, 10 years later, when she is CEO of the company, they now admit when she was editor of The Sun, they ran a criminal enterprise. Far from being relics of a distant past, many of those behind these unlawful practices remain firmly entrenched in senior positions today, both within News UK and other media outlets across the world, wielding editorial power and perpetuating the toxic culture in which they continue to thrive. It's perhaps no surprise that all of their senior executives and editors refused to turn up to court to give evidence. The failure of each of these key individuals to come and answer questions under oath spoke volumes in itself, but their collective silence is deafening. Today's result has been achieved only through the sheer resilience of Prince Harry and Tom Watson, whose willingness to take newsgroup newspapers to trial has led directly to this historic admission of unlawfulness at The Sun. It has only been by taking newsgroup not just to the steps of court, but inside the courtroom itself, that these claimants have finally managed to extract this historic admission of guilt. As a direct result of him taking a stand, Prince Harry and his immediate family have also had to repeatedly withstand aggressive and vengeful coverage since starting his claim over 5 years ago. This has created serious concerns for the security of him and his family. The rule of law must now run its full course. Prince Harry and Tom Watson join others in calling for the police and Parliament to investigate not only the unlawful activity now finally admitted, but the perjury and cover-ups along the way. It is clear now that this has occurred throughout this process, including through sworn evidence in inquiries and court hearings, in testimony to Parliament, and until today's final collapse of News Group's defence. Today, the lies are laid bare. Today, the cover-ups are exposed, and today proves that no one stands above the law. The time for accountability has arrived. Thank you very much.
Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. And that was Prince Harry, barrister, was speaking right there. So, Chris Ship, he said, just been told that newspaper have paid Prince Harry and it said hand, but 8-figure sum in damage. And that is amazing. That's what we want. That's what we want to hear as well. He deserves every penny. But I know that Prince Harry is going to give some of that to charity as well. Because we know he's been giving away for years. And he continued to do it up to this day. So I'm going to listen to another video.
Accountability. It's really that simple.
Okay. I'm going to read out what it said here. So that's why Prince Harry achieved what he has always said he wanted: accountability. He got a full apology. So NGN apology to obviously Prince Harry. So NGN offer a full apology to the Duke of Sussex for the serious intrusion by the Sun between 1996 and 2011 into his private life, including incident of unlawful activities carried out by private investigators working for the Sun. The NGN also offer a full apology to the Duke of Sussex for the phone hacking, surveillance, and misuse of private information by journalists and private investigators instructed by them at the News of the World. The NGN further apologized to the Duke for impact on him of the extensive coverage and serious intrusion into his private life, as well as the private life of Diana, the Princess of Wales, his late mother. That is, I tell you that. That shows the power of Prince Harry. And it's not a bad power, it's a good power. In particular, during his young years, we acknowledge and apologize for the distress caused by the Duke and the damage inflicted on relationship, friendship, and family, and agree to pay him substantial damage. It is also acknowledged within any admonition of illegacy that NGN response to the 2006 arrest and action were regrettable. If I don't know the big words, I ain't saying it. I ain't gonna try. Some of them I know, I can say, but I just don't want to be. I know I don't pronounce them quite very, very well, so I just don't bother to say it at all. So don't think that, oh yeah, she's just missing word. I know I can say a couple of them, but I just don't want to say because I can't pronounce it properly. NGN also offer a full an apology to the Lord Watson for the unwarranted intrusion carried out into his private life during his time in government by the News of the World during the period 2009 to 2011. This included him being placed under surveillance in 2009 by journalists of the News of the World and those instructed by them. NGN also acknowledged and apologized for the adverse impact this had on Lord Watson's family and has agreed to pay him substantial damage. Oh, that's so good. And I'm just hoping that with all of this done, that like GB I think GB News, they also work for the same company, and I hope all that you know bad talking they speak about Prince Harry and his wife, I hope that will be stopping very soon, because I think you need to go and put a lawsuit against them as well, because you can speak your mind and say your own opinion about something, but when you are targeting someone when they didn't do nothing wrong, because Meghan just put a cook video that's coming in March, and they are trying to find the most ludicrous thing they could ever find, which they didn't find nothing at all, to speak negative. They make up stories in order to turn it negative against her, and it's wrong for them to be doing stuff like that. So I hope Prince Harry deal with that soon. So let me see what else. Oh my goodness. All right, here's another one. Okay, put this back up now.
California to keep across events. He will, though, appear in person to give evidence, and that could be lasting for up to 4 days. So a deeply intense, deeply personal appearance for the Prince it will be, in effect standing up against Rupert Murdoch and his news group newspapers, owners of The Sun and former publishers of the News of the World, until it was shut down in the midst of scandal. Harry lodged this case back in 2019 alongside a number of other high-profile people, but so many of them have now pulled out. They've settled their case, worried about the potential legal costs, even if they won. Harry needs to prove that news group newspapers used unlawful techniques to gather information to publish stories on him that deeply affected his life. And now it's just him and the former deputy Labour leader Tom Watson that are standing up here for what they...
So this was from yesterday. They was speaking about the case, and today we have found out that Prince Harry has won.
believe in.
This is a calculated risk by Harry. Obviously, there's the possibility he loses, and if he does, he'll be paying legal costs for the rest of his life to News International.
So we know now that Prince Harry has won, and he won't be doing all of that. Actually, they will be paying him money and covering his legal costs. So thank you very much, but no thank you.
Harry has to essentially win 1 or 2 cases, and he will essentially have been vindicated, because it will be the first time that NGN has been found to have unlawfully gathered news, if that is indeed the result.
Well, News Group newspapers denies any wrongdoing, says it will attempt to show to the court when they look at 30 stories in detail that unlawful information gathering techniques were not used to publish them. It's going to be a very interesting 8 weeks, Ranvir.
Yeah, Richard Gatesford, thank you so much.
Okay. We're doing our research. We're doing our research.
And the importance of what is needed for a free and honest press. It is a worthwhile.
And the media have picked this up today. And Harry is a figure who, like his late mother, Princess Diana, is a symbol of public fascination and also a victim of press intrusion. And this goes beyond celebrity gossip. It confronts fundamental questions of accountability, justice, media ethics, particularly in the UK. And this week, he takes his stand against Rupert Murdoch's news group newspapers, the NGN, the publisher of The Sun and the now defunct News of the World. And the trial is not just about phone hacking or dodgy journalism. It's a crusade against what Harry calls endemic, large-scale, unlawful information gathering. And it's about acts that allegedly go back to the 1990s, I would say probably even before that. And for Harry, this is personal. It's about holding a powerful institution accountable for the harm inflicted on him, his family, and countless others. He's joined by Lord Tom Watson, the former Labour deputy leader and a tireless advocate for press regulation during his time on the Parliamentary Culture, Media and Sport Select Committee. And they are the last claimants standing in a case that for many, including Hugh Grant and Sienna Miller, felt financially forced to abandon. Settlements, after all, are easier for media conglomerates with deep pockets, as my old MP, Dr. Evan Harris, once remarked in his work with Hacked Off. News group newspapers has long denied allegations of wrongdoing at The Sun. It has apologized for hacking at News of the World, closed the newspaper, and paid over £1 billion in settlements. But this case digs deeper, alleging a cover-up involving destroyed emails and the deception by the system during the 2011 Leveson inquiry into media ethics. And Prince Harry's claims, now narrowed due to statute limitations, focuses on blagging, obtaining information through deception, tapping phones, and even rifling through bins. And NGN vehemently denies these allegations, describing them as unsustainable. Yet the trial may expose broader truths about how journalism's dark arts operated for years under the guise of public interest reporting. And the stakes are monumental. For Prince Harry, this trial represents a moral crusade for accountability, and he's described himself as the last man standing, determined to bring to light the practices he says caused irreparable harm to his family and to others. For NGN, a defeat could shatter its long-held narrative that phone hacking was the work of a few bad apples. If the court finds evidence of a corporate-wide cover-up, it could lead to seismic consequences, not only for NGN, but for the broader media landscape. Testimonies from whistleblowers, politicians, and victims will be pivotal, including potential appearances by Hugh Grant, Sienna Miller, and even the former Prime Minister Gordon Brown. The trial also highlights how financial risk shapes access to justice. Most claimants settled because they could not afford to keep going to court, with some like Hugh Grant fearing liabilities of up to £10 million. The amount that they might have won is outstripped by the amount they have to pay out. And Harry can afford to push forward, not for financial gain, but for the principle. And as his lawyer stated, the case is about truth and accountability, even if the only people who actually make money out of this are the lawyers. Prince Harry's battle reminds us of the need for robust media regulation, and the Leveson inquiry sparked critical debates, but its second phase, intended to investigate cover-ups, was shelved, just as the real investigation into reality TV was shelved. Basically, government seems to connive with these incredibly powerful forces in media. And without that second investigation, we're left with incomplete answers and lingering doubts about the media's capacity for self-regulation. My former MP, Evan Harris, who was very helpful to me, once argued that reform to protect claimants pursuing cases of public interest from being coerced into settlements is needed. His advocacy underscores the imbalance of power between individuals and media giants, an imbalance this case seeks to redress. So watching this courtroom drama unfold we should be reminded of the enduring tension between press freedom and accountability. And press freedom to do wrong is not freedom, is it? You cannot be free to do wrong. You can only be free to do right. And while the free press is vital to democracy, it must operate within the boundaries of proper ethics. And the pursuit of headlines cannot justify unlawful intrusion or the destruction of lives, just as distortions of what people say must be condemned. Prince Harry's fight is, in many ways, emblematic of our society's struggle to reconcile these values. Whether he wins or loses, his courage in standing up to a media empire is an act of defiance that forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about the cost of unchecked power. Prince Harry, whatever the media might say about him, whatever you might think about him, is in this instance absolutely a hero who needs to be saluted. Prince Harry is doing the right thing. Now, it could have been done by anybody with pockets deep enough to do it. But he needs our respect and he needs our support. And I think he needs to be praised. The time for digging at Harry is past. The time now has come to rally around Harry and recognize the value of his campaign.
So, as I said, in November, I was gonna do a video, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna do another video. This is just a live one I'm doing. Even I wanted to do recording because this is not my hours of doing live. It's normally in the afternoon or at night time. So this is definitely not a good time for me to do live in these hours. No one even know I'm online anyway. Or expect me to come online at these hours. So I because of the win, I said I have to come online and just edit it quickly because I planned this live from in November, which is about Prince Harry being a leader and not a follower. And for the fact that something came to me and in my spirit, and I and said, no, don't do it yet. Wait first. Don't do it yet. And I was like, this is a good video to make. Like, even if I do like a voiceover, I do a voiceover video where not me, I would just like, I normally have my AI do a voiceover and I make a video and then put all the pictures and everything like in it. And I said I should do one, but should I do a live one or should I do one as a voiceover? I'm like, I'm not sure yet. What should I do? It's like something great is gonna come. So just give it some time until when something really said do the video, do it. So instead of me deleting that schedule, I didn't. And many people who saw it, and because I think there's a couple of people did click on it to see when it was gonna happen. It didn't come up, and I just put it in private because people was clicking like to see when is this video is gonna like be available. So right now, this video I'm doing is actually private. No one can come and click on the live to see it neither because it's a private video. So you wouldn't see anyone viewing it or coming up or anything like that because it's in private instead, and instead of public or live. And I was like, when should I do it? Couldn't get the answer. And it was just December. This is the right time. So I'm gonna do another video, but I'm gonna do it more as a documentary kind of video instead. Of why I believe Prince Harry is a leader and not a follower. And I know definitely that it's time people realize that the media is always putting out these lies and negative story on Prince Harry, and they should not be doing that because it's unfair. Because when the other royal do it, like you have Kate that been putting up fake pictures and pretending like it was real, and everyone's we can forgive her because she have some kind of cancer, whatever. And remember, she didn't have cancer. She had cells that could turn into cancer. And they keep saying it's cancer, but it's cells that could turn into cancer. It wasn't direct cancer itself. So I'm just saying that people need to realize that these media are putting out false story, especially when they believe people are telling the truth. You know, you're not gonna see my videos or truthful videos go trending all over unless you already have a good audience from a long time ago or before. Or, you know, if you say something negative, it's more likely to get more views than positive videos. And that's just the way it is. Okay. So yeah, just
including through sworn evidence in inquiry.
see what this lady say.
Goes to trial this week. And if you are a supporter of Meghan and Harry in any sense of the word, brace yourself for what is undoubtedly going to be a rough couple of weeks. Opening statements are set to start tomorrow, Tuesday, January 21st, in a case where Harry...
Yes, so that was from on the 20th. See what it say.
Press. I've always been impressed by this. You've been a long time critic of the British tabloid press, a very outspoken one, an important voice in the phone hacking scandal that brought down Rupert Murdoch's News of the World in 2011. Why was the issue so important for you to take on? Because I've heard from your own experience, these people go really far in terms of invading privacy.
Yes. Everyone thinks, oh, well, he's just bitter because he got arrested with a hooker in 1995. But actually,
I wasn't referring to that.
But you know what? Really, who hasn't? Okay.
but actually, it had nothing to do with that because that was never uncovered by tabloids. It was the bloody police gave everyone the information. No, it's not to do with that. It was to do with newspapers need power, a lot of power, because they're really important to democracy. But, he said pompously, with power comes responsibility.
Yes.
And in Britain, it is a kind of uniquely UK problem.
Yeah.
There's no responsibility, and these big newspaper owners, largely non-tax-paying newspaper owners, are living above the law and invading the privacy of people whose kids have been killed in a road accident or whatever to get the sensational article. And no one dares to take them on in Britain because they're so scared of them, especially the politicians. And that's why politicians really, in my country, are chosen by the press. Our Prime Minister is largely chosen by dint of how much he's sucked up to the newspaper barons. So that's what my campaign is about.
Do you think that Brexit has ruined your country?
Well, I do. He said with a smile. And actually, now the majority of Brits do as well, I think.
So maybe it'll get fixed. I hope so.
The Europeans may not want us back. They may say, well, you know, choose one and stick to it.
It's also very pricey for them to get back into.
Yeah, but
we used to have a
they need
discount.
to.
It's true.
Yeah.
I think we've lost our discount.
Okay, let me go back into that. So well done, the Duchess said. Well done to Prince Harry. It's a double win for him. Prince Harry will be paid substantial amount and get a full apology from the Sun. Yes. Let's see what the Sun have to say, you know? Oh yeah, let me hear this one.
I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the
quite-
topless girl on page 3. That's all you need
and
to
they
know.
called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media.
You've heard the phrase
view.
cottage industry. This is a palace industry. Yes.
Journalist about how the media inflames this.
Okay. Oh, what a cute baby, huh? Wow. I'm just watching the cow. Don't mind me, oh, don't mind me. It's a Jeremy Vine. Let me see what you have to say. This is another one who always target Prince Harry. Yeah.
I think he should fight on, but really the real reason that I'm calling is...
Let's move on. Beth, thank you. Teresa in Derbyshire, hi.
Hello, good morning.
What do you think? Should he fight on?
I think he should fight on, but really the real reason that I'm calling is because I think we have the worst example of the press on your programme regularly.
Thank you.
Which is Carol Malone.
Teresa.
Well, let's. On what basis do you say that?
I tuned in this morning, and I've always liked. Well, I did like your programme, but I tune in fairly regularly to see Carol Malone shouting and talking over people.
What did I get wrong today?
Hate-filled views. Hate-filled.
What did I get wrong
views.
today about Harry? Tell me.
Everything that you say, Carol, I find offensive.
I think maybe that's it, Teresa. You didn't.
And what that you say offensive.
Yeah, but you come to Carol from a particular point of view, because you say right wing as if that's a bad thing. That's just, you know, Carol wakes up right wing. Yeah.
I wish you did have the money to continue to fight the press, because people don't fight the press in this country. The press
all the time.
are
That's
a
simply not
disgrace.
true.
Lie.
It is true. It's owned by people with bags and bags of money spreading their hatred, and you're a prime example of it.
Oh,
yes.
You're a prime
get Carol reply.
If anyone is hateful, Teresa, it's you, not me. My views are
No,
my
you
views.
are.
I'm not trashing your views. I'm asking you to explain to me what I said that was hateful about Harry today. Do you not tell you what I think is hateful? I think it's hateful that Harry criticizes the press for an invasion of his privacy and yet has invaded the privacy of his own family.
Lie. He did not do that. Prince Harry did not ask the press to talk about his privacy. He did not do that. He never asked. He didn't say he wanna go private on his life. He said he wants certain things to be private. There's a different certain things. Number two, Prince Harry did not invade his family privacy. He talked about his life, his story. If I say my husband was abusive to me, is that me? I'm talking about his private. Is that me? Talking about his privacy, or am I talking about my life? If someone is hurt me, and I said that person hurt me, does that mean? Does that mean I'm now talking about that person and sharing information about that person life that they didn't want it to be exposed? When that's affect my life, and I'm talking about my life. If they didn't do anything to hurt me, then I wouldn't be able to talk about it. But because they've hurt me, I can say they hurt me. Because they hurt me, I can say yes. They have hurt me. And I can and that's my right to do that. Because they have how many times Prince Charles, now King Charles, has come out and speak about his family in books and so many different things. And it was okay. No one is bashing him now. He's a king. No, he's a king. Nobody's saying anything. How many times has the same royal family put out information in the media about Prince Harry and Princess Meghan? And we know it's them because those stuff that they said only can come from direct behind the wall. But they pretend as if the media just find out certain things on their own. But we know clearly that's not how it works. So stop your lying, I don't even know how to describe this witch.
The most disgraceful and disgusting degree.
What, calling
but
them
perhaps
racist,
you don't think that's the wrong thing. Perhaps you don't think a man
Calling
like
them
Harry...
racist. It was Piers Morgan who halted them and said they're racist. Meghan never said they're racist. She said they said certain things that is not nice by complaining that worrying about the child skin color. That's a different. She didn't say they are racist. She said the people in the family that was talking about how the child's skin was going to look like. You guys said, she said the family is racist. Not Meghan, not Prince Harry. And Prince Harry never released that name. He never did. But it was Piers Morgan who released that name.
Calling his family racist is a bad thing.
Okay.
I do.
Teresa, thank you for your call. Call again. Tony in Hampshire, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you all?
The lies. Jumping at me. All right. Let me come off of that. Stop share. And I'm going to play these last videos at it right now. And then that's it. I'm finished.
And for those that might have missed it, the final scores come in from the midweek match at the Stadium of Common Sense. The Sun 0, Prince Harry 1. What does that tell us? Isn't he a attention-seeking narcissist that's a hypocrite because he wants privacy but also doesn't want privacy? No, he took it to the court and they bottled it and didn't want to sit there and explain themselves. For 35,000 attempts at trying to dig information up unlawfully. 35,000. Just try and imagine that. I don't see why they bothered, because who even reads that rag? I mean, who admits to reading The Sun, whether it's in paper or online? Utter trash. Utter trash. Well done, Harry, and everyone else involved in that. Let's have a look to see how they've covered this breaking news, shall we? Let's go to the Harry section on The Sun's website. Let's have a look. Okay, Prince Harry, a bit of a blurb about him. Oh, George, Kate, Diana, Kate. Oh, bit of Harry, advert, Kate, Zara, Mike. This is the Harry section. Strange, really strange. Where's this news story, The Sun? I've looked and looked and looked. I can't find it anywhere. I mean, what are you doing? You calling the bank to try and get an overdraft to pay this massive bill? You won't be in business next year with any luck. Hopefully, you'll go exactly the same way as News of the World. Guys, you want an inquiry? There's another one you can have.
Yeah. I'm so sick and tired of them doing mean stuff and then saying it's journalist work. It's just like Love and Married Huntville. they're putting out stories and then they said, oh, this is our life. No, you actually make up that story and then put it out in order to form it as a real life story. But it's not something that affects you. It's not something that you would do on the novel. Come on. I'm tired of this. We are tired of this. We want the truth. We want real things to be going on, not no fake stories. We don't want any of those stuff anymore.
An unexpected start this morning to a highly anticipated trial in the UK involving Prince Harry. He's taking on Rupert Murdoch's British tabloid empire, alleging they broke the law to get stories about him. And now there are reports this morning that Murdoch's team is offering an 11th hour settlement to Prince Harry to avoid trial.
So both sides potentially would want to avoid a lengthy trial, 8 weeks, like I said, a marathon, not a sprint. Both sides could potentially want to avoid more damaging details coming out about both sides. And therefore, yes, it could be better for both Prince Harry and News Group newspapers and the Sun newspaper to achieve a settlement, and for Tom Watson as well. He is the other claimant that is in this case, the other person that's sort of taking it to the finish line, if you will. And so it could be beneficial for him as well to reach this settlement.
Yeah.
Why not renounce your titles as Duke and Duchess?
And what difference would that make?
One of the criticisms that you've received is that, okay, fine, you want to move to California, you want to step back from the institutional role. Why be so public? Why reveal conversations you've had with your father or with your brother? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife. You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto, and it doesn't really hold.
There's a lot of complaining and a lot of explaining.
And
private being done through leaks.
Through leaks.
Do you speak to William now? Do you text?
Currently, no. But I look forward to us being able to find peace.
How long has it been since you spoke?
A while.
Do you speak to your dad?
We haven't spoken for quite a while. No, not recently.
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family?
No, I can't see that happening.
Yeah. Prince Harry has tried his very best to, protect the royal family. He has done his best. And it's time for him to protect his family that is with him right now.
So, in an unexpected turn of events, Prince Harry's court case against Rupert Murdoch has been delayed. Prince Harry is currently suing NGN for phone hacking and unlawful obtainment of information. Now, this has been going on for years, and this is the first time that it has reached to this point. But what is unexpected is that it has been delayed due to a possible massive settlement. Now, when I say settlement, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's money involved. Because as you guys remember, Prince Harry's reasoning for even going through this case was for strictly accountability. So my guess is that whatever NGN is offering him is major. I'm assuming it's going to be accountability for all of the things they've done over the years, as far as the phone hacking allegedly. But also, I'm curious, will there be any agreement of accountability towards the things they've done to Meghan? Possibly would we get rid of that damn Talk TV that's on YouTube? Especially, I think he would want accountability for what they've done to his mother, Princess Diana. I wonder how far will this go. However, I do have to acknowledge the fact that when Rupert Murdoch was sued by Dominion for the voter, allegations, he had to pay almost $1 billion. But even with him paying that amount of money, he still did not take accountability for anything that he did. Which is why this was such a major case, because this possibly would have been the first time that anything concerning Rupert Murdoch would have went to trial, and everything that he's done illegally, allegedly, would have been laid out bare. Personally, I don't want Prince Harry to settle. I would love him to go to court, because Rupert Murdoch is just an evil, evil man. And the people who's associated with him is really evil people. But if this settlement means that there will be some sort of relief, of the vitriol that Prince Harry gets, him and Meghan gets on the regular, and some sort of agreement and for some of that stuff to stop, I can accept that as well. So we will see, guys, and you definitely know I will keep you updated.
Okay. So thank you, guys. That is it for me when it comes to the story of Prince Harry. And you know what? At the end, I always gonna share a little story about myself, so you guys can start to know who I am, and you know, I can get more closer to each person that support me. You know, I like to know you guys. You guys can always shout out to me in the comment section, and I will always respond back to you guys. So obviously, you guys already know I'm Jamaican. I live in the UK. I have children as well, and basically, right now I'm a single mom, even though I'm still married. You know, in life, we never know how it's going to play out, and it can be difficult sometimes because as much as you try your very best when you're young to set yourself in a way to like, I want to make sure my life go this way. I'm going to work hard to make sure it go that way. It doesn't always go that way all the time, you know, because I didn't believe I would be separate from my, I didn't want to say husband, from whatever person I was dating. I didn't believe I would ever get a divorce, you know, after being together for nearly 15 years of relationship and marriage. I didn't really plan out all of these things to happen, but it happened, and that's life. We have to work toward it. Right now, I need to come up with some money in order to pay for a lawyer to do my divorce, because I did try to file the paper before, but I was doing it personally myself. And when I did release the paper to him, he refused to accept the paper. He refused to respond back. He refused everything. He didn't comply. Saying not gonna divorce no matter what. And then the judge wanted me to. He wanted me to I don't know those people that go and like look for the person and give them the paper. They wanted me to put that in the divorce paper as well. But at the time I didn't know where I should put it or what I should tick. And they said I didn't tick whatever part I meant to tick in order to get someone to literally go out there and find him to do it, to serve him the paper. Yeah, serve him the document. And because he was not served, it was not enough evidence in order to file for divorce. So I am still married, even though we're not together. So now I need to get a lawyer to redo everything for me again, and this time know where to stick on the sheet to say yes, I can have a divorce whether he served or not, whether he responds or not, you know, because it's been over a year or so. Yeah. Right now, it's just life. So thank you guys so much for listening, for watching my video. Whoever watched, please like the video. As you even if you watch a small part of the video, please like it and share it if you can. And thank you so much, each and every person that keeps supporting me, each and every person that subscribed to me. Please continue to support me and my children as well, because they're a big part. They play a major part in my YouTube as well, because they're always making noise just so they can be heard. I try to like do it when they're asleep, but that's not my best hours of doing it. And the best time to do it is in the like these hours. But then again, when you have children, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Because they'll be coming on very soon, and that's when I have to get off. So thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye bye.